Okay guys, I am doing a video on homemade wine. Um, if you're gonna make homemade wine where it's not gonna be cloudy, which is I'm gonna show you what I mean by that, by it being so cloudy. It's not the yeast. I am going to explain about when you're making homemade wine, the reason why this is cloudy like this. I am going to get the sugar that we do have out, and I will show you why not to use it. And another thing is, alright, I'm going to have to pull this chair up, so you guys going to hear a loud racket here. And I looked at the time, and it was like 5 something in the morning. But far as April 16th, oh my god, I'm too excited for that. Anyways, I'm going to jump into the conclusion here on why not to use any type of sugar that you want to do if you're going to make homemade wine. Oh, I hope that tablet stays. Alright. Okay. There is a difference in the sugar wise. And I'm sorry I'm not by the camera. I'm just trying to be careful on moving things around. Alright. The reason why this turned out cloudy like this is you take this, if you're going to run it through a filter, I would recommend either a funnel, or if you're going to do that, like I said, take a funnel, something like this, and run it through a filter to get this cloud out. I haven't done this batch yet, but I'm going to, and it should clear that out. You have to do it like 5 or 6 times, maybe more. But if you don't want it to be cloudy right off the bat, do not use this sugar. I am going to recommend you not to use this sugar. This is not pure cane. Okay? For the best results, if only I knew that the Dollar General had this. I'm so mad because when I went to make that wine, I did not realize the Dollar General had this. This is the type of sugar you want to use when you're making homemade wine. And it right there, it says pure cane. You would want to get this. That's part of the ingredients on the homemade wine. If you're going to make homemade wine, use pure cane. And it says Domino for the brand. But right here it says pure cane. That is what you want. You don't want to use this type of sugar because it's not pure cane if you're going to make homemade wine. Alright, for the amount on what you're going to use, you could either use 1 thing of yeast if you wanted to, whatever you desire. But in my case, I use 2. The reason why that is because it makes it a lot quicker and it doesn't take as long. And then what you're going to do, you know, like I said, it's your opinion. Sorry if I can't talk right. It's your opinion on how much yeast you want to use. But what I recommend, use 2 packets, that is 2 tablespoons. And then with the sugar, pure cane sugar, you're going to want to use 3 cups of sugar, maybe 3.5, whatever you desire. But I always use 3. And then if it needs more, you can add a little more. So yeah, that is a ingredients on making homemade wine. Oh yeah, and you add a cup of water. You gotta do that too. But the way I'm gonna do it next time is I'm gonna dump it into the juice instead of mixing the yeast and the pure cane sugar into the water itself. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to go right towards the juice and do it that way, and that way I can just like go like that. You don't want to just go like this and shake it, because it will go and it will do that. I learned the hard way, so yeah. But as far as this cloudy one, don't use the sugar that I showed you with the blue and white bag. Don't use it for this. This is why, because it turns out cloudy, and once it clears up and the cloud goes away, all that sugar is all at the bottom. It does not dissolve, where the pure cane does. Because my brother-in-law Kenny, he makes it almost all the time, and he's already made like maybe 6 bottles worth, and it came out clear as crystal. Like, oh my God. I was so, like I said, I was so mad when I didn't know that freaking Dollar General sold this, and I was looking all over for it, and even my hubby was trying to find it, and they had it on the very bottom shelf where you couldn't even fucking see it. So yeah. So hopefully they can rearrange the store a little so we can like find half the stuff. But anyway, that is my video on my homemade wine, on what not to use and what to use between. Just to let you know that if you use the wrong sugar, it's going to come out cloudy, like I showed you on the bottle that I have now. So yeah, if it gets cloudy and you're using the type of sugar, run it through a coffee filter like 5 or 6 times. And if that doesn't work, it's just going to pretty much set in the bottle, and all that sugar is going to go bursting into the bottom. And it'll look clear, but if you pour it into a glass, be real gentle and make sure none of that sugar goes right into that, because otherwise it's going to look cloudy. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned for more videos, and I will do more on homemade making wine, and I will do it the right way by using pure cane. And I will do an upcoming video on that, and hopefully I can get another bottle of juice. You get Ocean Spray juice. And my favorite one, what I recommend, is the grape kind. And pretty much put it in a gallon, like a milk cart. And you gotta use this as well. This is the locking cap. And what you're going to do, you're going to fill it up to here. And you pretty much... This is what I use to make my homemade wine in. And you're pretty much going to add this darn thing into this cart. You're going to hear a squeal. But it does go in. You just got to work it around. Let me take this thing here so it doesn't fall off. But yeah, you pretty much just kind of work it in there, and it will go in. And there we go. You pretty much do that. Like I said, you're going to hear like a squeaky noise. Sorry about that. It's because I was messing around getting this into the thing. But what you're going to do is, once you get that in there, put that in there, fill it up with water up to here. Right where that line is, right here. See where my finger is? That's where the water goes. And you take this and you pretty much lock it up. And you set it into a dark place, and it'll start bubbling. You'll hear it going goop, goop, goop. And my dog would be going right by my cabinet, and boom, she'd be watching it and trying to find that noise. But yeah, that's how you start making your homemade wine. And if you want to do that, keep your milk carts. Rinse them out real good, and you can save these and make homemade wine in them. And I've done that like already 6 times. I made 6 things of wine already with the wrong type of sugar, not knowing that I could not find this in the Dollar General, and I found it. So yeah, but stay tuned for that, and I will do a video on that. And thank you for watching, guys. You have a good day. Bye.